Okay, post-war America. Continuing on, talking about society and culture. After World War II, many Americans worried that the war's end would bring renewed economic depression. Numerous economists shared this pessimistic view of the future, predicting that the American economy could not produce enough jobs to employ all those who were returning from having served in the military. But instead of a depression, Americans experienced the longest period of economic growth in American history, a boom that enabled millions of Americans to enter into the middle class. This era of sustained growth fostered a widespread sense of optimism about the nation's future. This is an image of factory, girls working in factory in the 50s. The baby boom, which is more important to the economy according to this chart, home ownership or automobile ownership. In 1958, two New York baseball teams, the Dodgers and the Giants, moved to California. Their move reflected another crucial trend of the post-war era, the growth of the Sun Belt, the name given to the southern and western states. By the mid-1960s, California passed New York as the state with the largest population. The migration to Sun Belt cities such as Houston, Texas, and Los Angeles, California continued for the rest of the 20th century. Several states in the Sun Belt saw significant growth of their populations. So think about all the territory in red and purple is going to see population growth. Important post-war population shifts were matched by equally groundbreaking structural changes in the American economy. For the first time in American history, more people found employment in the service sector, businesses that provide services such as healthcare, law, retail, banking, or insurance, than in manufacturing. As the post-war economy evolved and new demographic patterns changed society, American leaders faced rapidly shifting domestic and foreign political landscapes. Roosevelt died, remember, on April 12, 1945. Harry Truman had been vice president for only 4 months. When Roosevelt told him that her husband had died, Truman responded, "Is there anything I can do for you?" And she replied, "Is there anything we can do for you? For you are the one in trouble now." So while things are seemingly very good in American society in terms of the economy, etc., there are also some problems and a lot of unrest. So, for example, labor unrest. This is from Truman's State of the Union address in 1949. He says, "As we look around the country, many of our shortcomings stand out. Our minimum wages are far too low. Our farmers still face an uncertain future, and too many of them lack the benefits of our modern civilization. Some of our natural resources are still being wasted. We are acutely short of electric power. 5 million families are still living in slums and fire traps. Proper medical care is so expensive that it is out of the reach of the great majority of our citizens. Our schools are utterly inadequate. Our democratic ideals are often thwarted by prejudice and intolerance. Every individual has the right to expect from our government a fair deal." So here's the question. Is there American abundance, right? Truman will win a surprise re-election when everyone went to bed on election night. They thought that Truman had lost, but he had not.